Okay, I have another story time today, and this is really fucking important because I almost forgot about it. And the only reason that I thought about it is because I was watching a Lifetime movie, and I was like, damn, that would be so fucked up if that happened in real life. And then I was like, wait a minute, that shit happened in real life. Like, I think that those Lifetime movies really do, like, speak to the real life because that shit happened. And the fact that it sounds so outlandish, like, when I say it in my mind, I don't even think that it happened, but, like, it 100% happened. It happened, and I'm going to find the DMs from this boy. Like, I'm going to find it because I think he texted it to me, too. He was texting me about it. I need to find it. As soon as I find it, I swear to God, I swear to God, this shit happened, and it kills me that it happened because it's so fucked up. So, wait, but before I tell you what happened, if you're new here, subscribe to my channel. I post Monday through Friday, every day. It's fun over here. It's lit over here. It's spooky over here. Join the spooky fam. Like, let's get this shit growing and moving and grooving, goddammit. But anyway, do all that, and then let's talk about this story really quick. I'm going to try to make it as quick as I possibly can, because it's kind of a long story, but it's also not. So if you want to pause this and go get a snack, use the bathroom, smoke a little weed, come on back, and let's do this fucking story really quick. So, here we go. I have to backtrack because it didn't happen, like, right away. Like, everything didn't happen right away. So I have to give you the backstory first. So, rewind to my 21st birthday. One of my best friends goes to ISU, that's Illinois State, and that's like 2 hours away from me. We had planned for me to go out there. Me and my whole ass group of friends went out there for my birthday. And, like, you know, it was a good time. We were going to get fucked up all weekend. It's my 21st birthday. Let's get it. Let's go right now. So we go. And then I was there Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I believe. It was Friday, Saturday, Sunday because we went out that night. Yeah. So that Saturday, we were going to go to U of I, which is University of Illinois, which is like 45 minutes to an hour away from ISU. So we went out there to, like, celebrate my night of my birthday at this bar. And so we had a good time in the bar. Like, the drinks were cheap, and, like, you could dance on the tables and shit. Like, I fucked with U of I heavily after that weekend. But anyway, so this is where, like, some important people kind of come in. So at the end of the night, we were outside the bar, and it was, like, literal chaos. Like, my friend's, like, making out with this guy over here. My two friends are inside this chicken place ordering food. I'm talking to this other guy, completely blacked out. And, like, my best friend and I love her to death, but, like, she's, like, my hoe friend. Like, she's always down to do some hoe-y ass shit and, like, talk to those guys outside of that bar. Like, I'm always on some hoe-y ass shit. So maybe, I think it's just me. Like, I'm always on some hoe-y ass shit, and I'm always down to talk to some random guys. So, like, she'll do it with me. So we were doing that. And then there were these, like, other guys that, like, had a gun, and, like, we had to separate. So me and these guys and my best friend, like, walk down the street, and my two other best friends are now in a Uber yelling at us to come and get in the car. So we're in the Uber trying to, like, so we're actually down the street. So we're here, and my other best friends are here in the Uber. They're screaming at us, like, guys, we gotta get in the Uber. Like, the guy's here right now. Let's fucking go. What the fuck? So me and my best friend then gather ourselves up and get into the Uber. We're, like, saying our goodbyes to the guys, like, whatever, like, we're leaving. It's time to go. So, we're in the Uber leaving to go back to the hotel, and the night is over. Okay, now we're gonna fast forward to, I want to say, that next summer. Yeah, like that following summer, so this past summer, I get I'm in the mall. So I'm in the mall, and I'm like, I go into Urban in my like hometown where I used to live. So I'm in Urban, and I'm like walking in the mall, and I see this guy, and I'm looking at him, and I'm like, he looks really fucking familiar. Like, this man looks so familiar. I'm staring at him the entire time I'm in the mall, and I'm walking, and I'm like, he looks so fucking familiar. Like, and I couldn't pin it. I could not pin where I knew him from. I could not figure out how I knew this kid. I'm like, how do I know him? Like, and he's also giving me the same look of like, I know you and like, we know each other type shit. So then he comes over and is talking to us and like asking like if we need any help because we're in the mall. And I'm like, oh, like, no, like, we're just browsing. And then he was like, hey, do I know you? And I was like, I don't know, but I think I know you. And then he was like, I think I know you. And then he pulls up a picture of me and his friend that I was talking to. So this motherfucker was one of the guys that was at the bar that night when we were at U of I. So I knew him, and he knew me from that night. So he found me in the mall. So that was like a small world moment of like, holy shit, that's crazy. So then he then asked me on Snapchat, and we like, you know, it was more of like a, oh, I found you on Snapchat type thing. So I'm then on like a dating app again, and I find him on the dating app, and I was like, oh, I know him. I'm gonna like right swipe. That would be so funny. And then he right swipes me, and then shortly after that, his other friend right swiped me too. So then I was like, well, I actually didn't even know that was his friend, honestly. That guy added me on Snapchat and sent me the same picture that he showed me, and he was in the background. And I was like, oh shit, that's so funny. So, okay, that wasn't even the story. So, but I just needed to tell you all of these people so that you can know that there was a lot of people involved. It wasn't just me and the one guy. Anyway, so me and that other guy were like talking, and he's like, oh, like, I wanted to talk to you that night, but you seem more interested in my other friend and blah, blah. And I was like, oh, okay, well, we're talking now, so like, let's just talk, like, whatever. So this man then, he's talking to me the way you talk to somebody when you want to start dating, but not like dating. He wanted to like have a thing with me and like hook up with me or whatever. So I was like, okay, that's fine. So then he starts getting into this like weird little like progressive monologue type thing where he's like trying to see what I'm down for and like what I'm okay with, like trying to make sure that he covers the bases on what I want and what I don't want. So he's like, would you be comfortable hooking up with me and one of my friends? And then I was like, well, I mean, I don't know what you mean, but I mean, if one of your friends is attractive, I'm not saying that I wouldn't be down to hook up with him. Like, I'm not out here worried about how many people I'm sleeping with. I play safe. I know what I'm okay with and all that shit. So like, yeah, if he's attractive and he's attracted to me, I'm down to have sex with him. And he's like, okay, cool. So then he's like, would you be down to hook up with me and one of my friends at the same time? And then I was like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how to say it without saying like a hoe. Because, like, I was not saying that I was not down, but I wasn't saying that I was not down. Like, I was down. Like, if one of his friends was high as fuck, like, come on. Like, come on. So then he was like, okay, how about this? Would you be down? Okay. Everybody at home, before I tell you this part, I need you to take a hit of something, take a shot of something. Just take a minute. Come back and listen to the rest of this. Because it gets a little fucked up and it gets a little real really quick. Okay. So this man tells me, 100% not even bullshitting, tells me, would you be down to come over to my house? Because he lives in a house with a bunch of guys. He's not in a frat, but he belongs to a team. And the team lives in a house. And he was like, would you be down to come here and hook up with all of us whenever I tell you to? So basically how it would work is like I would be like your commander. And if I tell you to go and like have sex with that guy, you have to go have sex with that guy. If I tell you to blow that guy, you have to blow that guy. If I tell you to go and like do this with this guy while he's doing his homework, you have to go do it. And I'm looking at my phone and I am completely shocked. And I was like, I'm just like, I was like, what? And he was like, yeah. Like, I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, basically you'd be like our house slut and you would do whatever we say and you can't say no. And in exchange for your services, we would invite you to like our parties and like you'd be like you'd be able to hang out here all the time and like blah blah blah. We give you like free weed and shit. Now listen, I didn't say yes to the offer, but I heard free weed and I did give him the time of day about it. I was like, okay, I'll listen. Because he said free weed. And like, come on. Like, I'm going to say no to free weed. No. So I'm listening to him and he's telling me more about the job offer that I am receiving. And he's like, yeah, we have a girl that does it now. And like, we're trying to get another girl into it because the girl that's doing it now doesn't really have fun with it. So we want you to, like, we think you'll come in and like have a good time with it. And I was like, what? Like, he was really like, yeah, she's just like not having a good time with it. So like, we want someone to come in and just have a good attitude about it. Like, and I'm looking at my phone and I'm reading this and I'm like, you're bullshitting. Like, you're joking. And then he sends me a picture of the girl that does it and showed me a video of her doing it at the house. Like, it was like a real thing. Like, it was not a joke. Like, he sent it to me and it was the worst thing I've ever seen. Like, it was so degrading to women everywhere. Like, I was watching the video like in complete shock that not only that she allowed that to be filmed, but that not even that she was doing it, but that she just looked just so defeated and she looked just so like greasy and like sweaty and just like, I was like, girl, like, first of all, that's fucked up. Like, the fact that it's fucked up that she looked like that in the video, but it's fucked up that the video even exists. It's fucked up that even happens. Like, you know, it's just like, damn, like, wow. Like, you know, like, that's the thing. Like, I was so blown. And then one night he invited me to one of these things. Like, he was like, yeah, like, we want you to come over. Like, we're having a bunch of girls over as like a little like casting call. So we want you to come, and the requirements are, he had requirements for me. He's like, you have to wear a skirt with no underwear and a top that shows off your cleavage. And you have to wear no shoes, and your hair has to be up and out of your face. And like no makeup. Like, it was a casting call. Like, this was like real. Like, he was like, we want you to come over, and we were like auditioning a bunch of girls, and we want you to audition for it. And I was like, I'm still stunned to this day that shit even happened. Like, I need a minute. I need a second. Because I'm getting riled up. But in conclusion, to end that story, oh wait, no, that's not even, let me tell you how all these guys are linked together. These guys are all linked together because they're all on the same team. So at this party that I was invited to, I would then be reunited with these guys that basically were just inviting me to be the house slut, that have been talking about me since my birthday the past fall. So these boys have been plotting and calculating, getting me to do this with the idea that I was just gonna be down as fuck, ready to go, sign me up today. Like, but I digress. Since then, I have not talked to any of them. I have blocked the boy that invited me to come to the shit because I just can't. Like, the fact that that even existed and the fact that that was approached to me, not gonna lie, I was honored. I was flattered. It's a nice feeling to be thought of that these men want me to come here and please them. Like, I really do feel that I did feel a little special. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I'm not even gonna sit here and act like I'm a whole ass prude. Like, I was flattered. Like, my face was a little red when I found that out. Like, I was like, damn, like, there's a whole house full of boys that want me. But, you know, I obviously said no because that's not my style. Like, I'm not out here saying that, you know, you can't do that if the opportunity presents itself. If you feel like that's something that you need to do, then, you know, more power to you, sis. But I just feel like that's a lot of dick and a lot of cum. Like, it's just too much. Like, it's just too much. It's too much. It's too much. Like, no. I can't even justify that. Like, I can justify having a threesome. I can even justify having, like, a four-way. But, like, I can't even justify one female going into a house of males to just get dicked down by all of these men. Like, that just, right after another. Like, not even, like, one a day or, like, spread it out, like, a schedule. Like, you know, like, absolutely not. Like, absolutely not, right? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. Like, the fact that that even happened to me, and I will now carry that on my shoulders, like, and, like, think about it, if I would have said yes, and then he would have recorded me, he would have been showing that video of me to some other girl, talking shit about me, like, oh, I'm not having fun with it. Like, how do you even have fun with it? Am I supposed to slap it on my face? Like, what the fuck does that even mean? Like, do a choreographed dance with it like it's a fucking, like a cane in a fucking musical? Like, no. It's not a prop. Like, goddamn it. I have fun with it. Slap it on your face. Like, no. My God. It's stressing me out. I don't even know where I am. I'm just driving around. No cap. Wouldn't that be so great if these cars weren't right here, though? Like, I just realized I never opened my window to let the smoke out. Oh, shit. Anyway, back to what I was saying. If you like that story time, please subscribe and click the notification bell so you're notified every time that I post, because I post Monday through Friday and I have a video for you every day, because it's every day, bitch. I'm just saying, like, subscribe to my channel. Like, I'm out here, I'm having a really good time, and I hope that you are too. Did we just have a moment? I think we did. We just had a moment. Like, I'm having the time of my life, and I owe it all to you. so ugly. Okay, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.